Hey guys, Adam here, and welcome to another On the Couch reaction. Like I said before, I don't know when I'll see another movie. Hopefully I will, because I might get a job soon. I don't know. I'm waiting on a call back. So yeah, there's that, and I'll have another announcement after this though. So in my last reaction, I talked about Shazam, about the recent casting for Shazam, or the first casting for Shazam, which is Dwayne Johnson as Black Adam, and I said I was okay with that. I actually liked it. But I also kind of went on a tangent about how I'm not confident right now with how Warner Brothers is currently treating their DC cinematic universe. I currently just have no confidence in it right now. In terms of influence, in terms of casting. Like I said before, I grew to be okay with Ben Affleck as Batman. I'm okay with that now. I still don't like it, but I'll live with it. Gal Gadot, like I said, I'm not angry at her being cast. I just don't like the fact that they're putting Wonder Woman in the movie in the first place. This is a movie about Superman and Batman. And of course, we are also getting reports about Aquaman being played by Jason Momoa, and all that. But that's actually, but I mean, if there's one good thing I can say about this at this moment, is how it looks. Yesterday, I believe it was yesterday, or the day before yesterday, someone had posted, leaked photos of the Batmobile online, and I'll go ahead and post it there. And now we've had like this the tail end of the Batmobile shown in when they officially released the photo of Ben Affleck as Batman before, and it got me a little excited. I thought it was like, oh cool, we might get Finn in this one. Yes and no for that, but I'm gonna say this right now. I like the look of this Batmobile, and I didn't know why at first, but now that we have the full-on look of the Batmobile, I can say why. It looks almost exactly like the Batmobile that's going to be featured in Arkham Knight. Like, almost exactly like it. I'm not even kidding. It's got the big wheels, which of course has become a staple since Nolan's Batman, which I'm fine with. I actually like the Batmobile having big wheels. It had the hat, or the cockpit, opens like this. Like it, instead of it going, it goes like kind of like a DeLorean, except the doors are on top. Which again, I'm okay with. I actually kind of like that. Who knows? Maybe we'll get a cool scene where Batman like just ejects himself out of the Batmobile, like in the Arkham Knight trailer. But yeah, I just keep looking at this, and I'm thinking, okay, maybe he just saw, maybe he was just showing some concept ideas, and Rocksteady pitched in for what the Batmobile could look like. Like I said, I really like the Batmobile and the look of the Batmobile. It's definitely not big and bulky like the Tumbler in the Dark Knight trilogy, which and I like that, and I like that Batmobile as well. I thought it was fine for that series, but hopefully they'll give us a more comic booky feel with this. Hopefully they will. man, and I think they're off to a great start with the Batmobile here. But then Zack Snyder released an official picture of the Batmobile, and I'll go ahead and put that one on there. This is the official picture, which is the Batmobile transformed into attack mode. I went from thinking, okay, Rocksteady gave them concept art or concept ideas for the Batmobile, to Zack Snyder went to Rocksteady and said, I'm gonna use your idea for my movie. That's what happened. At least I think that's what happened, and I guess Rocksteady was okay with that. I mean, don't get me wrong, the look of the Batmobile is awesome, especially in attack mode. I am perfectly fine with that. But it definitely has like the look of the Batmobile in Arkham Knight, where the wheels kind of spread out and there's a gun mounted. Now, of course, this one, there's like a 2-barrel gun turret mounted at like the front of the Batmobile instead of like a giant cannon mounted on the back. Hopefully it will be like EMP missiles or something like that, instead of like giant blow up cannons like in the other movies. Which, I mean, I kind of understand why the Batmobile would have that, but it always kind of bothered me at times when Batman had those, especially in the Tim Burton ones. Although Tim Burton gave the explanation as to why that was. So I was kind of okay with it. But yeah, I like the look of the Batmobile. I really do. And of course, I'm not going to stop there. I don't remember if I talked about this. I probably didn't. But they before that, they had also released all the official photos of our 3 main characters, basically. Including Wonder Woman. Starting with Ben Affleck as Batman. I like the outfit. I really do. Now, granted, of course, it's taking elements from Dark Knight Returns, which I have problems with. I mean, of course, one of them kind of being they went to Frank Miller for advice on how to properly portray Batman. And as you all know about my little rant about that, I'm not even going to edit a clip in there. I'm not. You guys can just watch it. But yeah, I like the look. I don't mind the short ears. I don't. I kind of like it. I mean, granted, I do prefer longer ears. But because longer ears kind of makes him much more menacing and much more animalistic in a way. Because when I do think of Batman, I do think he's a guy who is trying to strike fear into criminals, saying by being as frightening as possible. But I do like this look. Now, I can't remember if they showed a full colored version, but I think the belt might be black instead of yellow. I'm not entirely sure. And of course, but of course, the picture was all black and white. That's why. Although they did show the cape and cowl at Comic-Con, and it's safe to say that it will be black on gray, as far as I know. Then they showed Superman, what Superman's outfit is going to like, and I really like this one. They even leaked photos of him on set, trying to cover it up, but I really do like his suit this time, even more this time around. I mean, it's more or less the same from the last one, except for a few differences. One of them being the little belt buckle is square instead of round. I'm trying to think what else was there. I'm not entirely sure, but I always knew there was going to be a costume change, slight costume change. Also, the colors are brighter, and I like that. I actually like the fact that they're making the colors brighter, and this is my theory about that. This is my theory. Okay, I just want to see how much more time I had on this before the 20-minute mark. This is my theory. After Man of Steel, after the events of Man of Steel, Superman is probably a little hated, but is probably more likely hated by Metropolis, and even afraid of, and even feared by the citizens of Metropolis because of what happened. I mean, yeah, okay. In the past, I did say everyone complained about Superman kind of wrecking the city. I never said that it wasn't his fault. All right, I'll give you that. It was his fault. It really was. I mean, I'm sure there was a good explanation besides Zack Snyder saying, "Oh yeah, two gods battling each other." I mean, this is Superman early in his career. Although I will accept any arguments about why him wrecking the city was stupid. I will accept that. Any debates about that. But I do like the fact that the colors are brighter. It does reminisce of the heroic Superman. And this seems to be Superman trying to get back in the good graces of Metropolis, trying to be a hero in their eyes, trying to be that hero in their eyes. I do like that. Because it's in I hope they do take some more elements from Superman Birthright. I really do. Especially the whole Metropolis being afraid of Clark Kent. I mean, Birthright is one of my favorite Superman stories of all time. It really is. And there's one scene I really do like, which was when shortly after Superman is being people are questioning whether Superman is here to help or here to harm people. And there's a scene where Superman stops a subway from crashing, and he's screaming and he's yelling at the and he's kind of ordering, begging the citizens that are outside that are standing at the station, telling them that the conductor has had a heart attack. Someone needs to call 911. And he's begging these people to do it, and they don't do it because they're afraid of him. They're afraid of Superman. If they go that route, and I hope to God they do, because I will agree with this. I mean, when Batman, when the Superman Batman movie comes out, I will review Man of Steel. I will. But I do want to say this. When the one thing I definitely thought was really bad about the whole Superman murdering Zod thing was not the fact that he actually killed him, but he screamed, and then it cuts to a scene where he seems perfectly fine with the fact that he just murdered one of the last surviving Kryptonians. That is definitely one of the things I had a problem with. That it definitely fell out of place. But again, Goyer is a shit writer. Honestly, I'm glad he's not. I'll say this about the next movie. At least Goyer's not writing it. He wrote the story, but he's not writing the screenplay. So there's a plus. There is a plus. But yeah, I really like this look. This is a much more mature, heroic-looking Superman. This is definitely a Superman that's trying to get back into the graces of Metropolis. last is Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. They released the photo at Comic-Con, and I'm mixed on this one. I don't hate it. I don't hate it, and I'm not going to go all upset about the fact that there's no color on it, because the picture was filtered. There was a big filter, so there probably is color on it. Hopefully there's more color than just gold and brown, obviously brown. They just didn't want to show the color like they didn't want to show the color for Batman. I like the look. It's very warrior-esque. It's very much an Amazonian warrior outfit. The problem I have with it, though, and this is a nitpick. Sorry. This is a nitpick. Are the boots. The boots are very, very... They stand out. They're boots with greaves on them, and they're kind of, I'm not sure what they're called. They're not heels. I know they're not heels, but I'm not. When I think of Wonder Woman, yeah, okay, Wonder Woman's worn heels. They've made inside jokes about it in the comics, but here it just seems out of place. It really does, especially when you account for the rest of the outfit, which doesn't look like a typical superhero spandex outfit. This looks like armor. This looks like armor that Wonder Woman would wear, or an Amazonian warrior would wear, minus the helmet and the giant shoulder and whatnot. This is indeed something an Amazonian warrior like Wonder Woman would wear. It definitely looks like traditional armor. The boots, however, are indeed the thing that really stands out and is kind of distracting, because the boots, despite them having metal greaves, don't look like something that would go with the rest of the outfit. That's really my biggest gripe about that. I know it's a nitpick, and I know people are like, oh, it's like, why are you nitpicking? It's just something that was kind of distracting for me. Other than that, I'm liking the look. I'm liking the look for all of them, and I'm hoping that they do remove the filters for the rest of the costumes and give us more. I will definitely be looking forward to that. Also, just real quick before I sign off, because I've gone a little rambly. Because of the whole Superman Batman thing, and the fact that I'm so far not pleased, I will be doing a new On the Couch called On the Couch Redo. Although this kind of stemmed from the fact that I want to write my own Superman Batman script, which I will do. Basically, what I will do is I will write scripts of upcoming movies that I deem not in my confidence. I know that's just me being an angry fanboy. And I will also write scripts of movies that I do not like. And I will do those sometime in the future. They won't be frequent, they will be occasional. But I will get several scenes done and I'll read them off. Maybe even have some people over to read them with. Make it a little more interesting than just me on the couch reading it in different voices. So yeah, that's about it. Love the look of the Batmobile, love the look of the Trinity, except for the boots. That's it. I've rambled on long enough, so I will see you guys next time. Hopefully I'll have a job and be able to get a movie. If not, then another review and maybe on the couch redo, which is scripting. So, bye.